What's up guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jesus Martinez and I'm a Sandio creator trying to go full-time. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to follow the journey. Alright guys, so today I wanted to talk about flash photography and a very affordable setup that can be used with most Canon cameras. The photos I will be showing you, I actually ended up taking with my Canon T3i and my Sigma 1750. The focus was a little bit kind of rough. It was kind of tough to get that autofocus working properly, but we ended up doing it and we got the shots. Now I know flash photography can be a little bit scary and intimidating to get started with, but I will be showing you what the setup needs to look like in order to get the camera, to talk to the transmitter, to talk to your flash, to get the photos going. Sounds like a lot, it really isn't. I will be showing you, do not worry about this. I am not the best flash photographer or most knowledgeable one, but I can at least show you guys how to get started with it.
Alright guys, so this is an Amazon tripod stand that I use and they're fairly cheap. They cost $23 for two of these. I bought these and honestly they've helped me out quite a lot. I mean, you don't need such a sturdy thing for this setup, so these work perfectly fine, and in the long run you'll end up needing another stand for either a second flash or mounting a reflector, so if you keep doing flash photography. So 23 bucks for a pair of these it's a pretty good deal on Amazon. Now you will also need a Bowens mount. I don't remember what brand I use. I believe I got the newer one. I did see the Godox going for about $19.90. And now this is what's gonna help you mount the flash and the diffuser onto the tripod. So remember, it has to be a Bowens mount. Now the flash that I used for the photos that I'm going to show you guys is a Yongnuo YN560 Mark IV. And it's going for about $76. It's an alright flash. I mean, it gets the job done. This flash does not have high-speed sync, so you will not be able to use this to overpower the sun. So this works mostly for a studio light. I mean, you can get really great results with it. It is $76. I know there are cheaper flashes. All you have to do is make sure that the flash can talk to your receiver. If it talks to them, you're good to go. So if you guys find a cheaper one, definitely put it down in the comments so everyone else can see the cheaper ones. I just posted this one because this is the one I had bought. I had gotten them in a deal. It was like 2 for 110 or 120. So I took him. I needed them for a wedding and they worked perfectly fine for that. Now for the diffuser, I'm using the Neewer 24-inch beauty dish, and this cost $40.99. And yes, this is a little bit pricey, but it yields really good results. The diffuser, I mean, you can try any diffuser you want. Just keep in mind, whatever diffuser you use, it will give you a different catch light on the eyes. If you use a squared one, you'll see a squared reflection on the eyes. If you use a circle one, you'll see a circle one, and so goes on. All you need is something to diffuse it. This is where you can kind of go cheap. You could put like a sheets or something that will just diffuse the light. Really, honestly, anything will work, but this will help you control where you want the light to hit. So I really recommend you get this or a softbox or really any diffuser where you can really control where the light is going. Try whichever one you want. I know they have a cheaper one for $30. It's an umbrella. I have that as well, and it yields pretty good results as well. Now the trigger that I am using, it is a Yongnuo YN560 TX, and that costs $38.54 on Amazon. This is what will connect the camera to the flash, and this Yongnuo YN560 TX talks to the Yongnuo YN560 Mark IV. So again, I'll be linking everything down so you guys can check it out. But this one will talk to a lot of the Yongnuo line flashes, and again, you guys might be able to find a cheaper flash. I'm not saying this is your only option. All you need is a transmitter that will talk to your flash and that connects to your camera. You're good to go. You don't need high-speed sync if you're doing studio work. High-speed sync is only if you're trying to overpower the sun, and you do not need TTL because TTL is going to basically do the readings by itself, and it's going to give you different readings every single time. So you want to get a manual flash, and those are the cheapest ones out there. Now, I said I was going to show you how to connect the flash to the trigger, but I honestly believe that the best way to learn is pushing every single button on the flash and on the triggers. So I will let you know, and this is what you have to achieve on these, is that your flash and your trigger have to be on the same channel and on the same group. So if you see over in my trigger, you see channel 1, and the group, it is on A. And on the flash, I have channel 1 and the group is on A. Now the flash is started at 1/28th of its power because that is the smallest amount of light that bursts out. And then I go from there. I start changing up the flash. Your camera settings, you should set your camera at ISO 100. I would probably try the lowest aperture possible, 2.8, 3.5 if you have it. And then I would start moving around the flash power. And if it comes to it, move around the ISO. You know, just play around with all those settings till you get the right exposure. You could use a light meter. Honestly, I don't think it's necessary. If you know how to use your camera, you will be able to set the right exposure. Your camera will have a certain shutter speed that it allows you to. On the T3i, I believe it was 160, the highest shutter speed it had. And I mean, you don't have to worry about shutter speed. Leave it at 160 and that's that. Also remember, you have to get that symbol. That's what's going to talk to your transmitter. Now remember guys, these are the settings you have to get on your transmitter and on your flash before you can get them to talk to each other and start taking photos, guys. All right guys, so for my setup, I ended up using this backdrop. You can find this on Amazon. I'll link it down as well. This is pretty pricey. It's about a $50 foldable backdrop, but I really love the quality that it gives the images. It really makes it look like a studio. You don't need this. You can put out some white curtains, some white sheets, some black sheets. Go to Walmart, get the king size, wash them, dry them, make sure they're not wrinkly, and just put them up with thumbtacks and that'll work out just fine. You don't really need any expensive backdrops. I went to a photo store and the Mussolini, or however you pronounce it, I think it was a couple $100, and I was able to just get it for $50, and it's foldable and super easy to carry around. Oh yeah, and this coconut water, damn, this thing is bomb. All right guys, so again, this was a maternity shoot I did with my wife, and we were able to yield these photos. And again, this was all shot on the T3i with the Sigma 1750 lens. It was a really fun shoot. I love taking photos of my wife. Anyways, this setup, it's gonna end up running you about $200, but I mean, these are the results you can get. At this point, you could probably definitely start charging once you get the hang of it. I mean, these are studio quality images, and like I said, it is super easy to get it rolling. The learning curve is getting the right buttons on, but I already showed you what you need, the settings that you need on your flash and on your receiver. All you got to do is find out how to set them, because if you have a client coming in and you have no clue how to get to those settings, that is the most embarrassing thing ever. But yeah, these were my favorite shots that I was able to get with that T3i. So remember guys, I mean, you don't need a fancy smanchy camera to get really nice exposures. You will need a flash setup. You can go cheaper with certain things on the setup. Like I mentioned, instead of softbox, you can put curtains or something to just soften the light. Honestly, $200, it's a pretty good investment for what kind of images you can get with this. I mean, from not shooting flash to shooting flash, you're just able to elevate your photography to a way other level. It's really worth the investment, guys.
All right guys, thanks for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from it. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, drop a comment if you have any questions, and subscribe for the future content. I will be uploading more videos. I promise this time it is for real. And I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you on the next video.